Good day, all. You're listening to Tea and Tech, a Women Asking Women network. Thank you for joining. We're here to chat and to discuss how technology should work for you, not the other way around. Here's your weekly tech talk in the time it takes to have a cup of tea. These sessions are discussions, interviews, questions and answers, and just generally a chance to talk tech. I'm your host, Caroline McLaughlin. Let's talk about what's brewing in the network today. Welcome to our second chat. So, what's in a name? WAN, LAN, PAN. Well, I suppressed the urge to start a very bad Dr. Seuss poem here. These are simply three ways of moving information around. Those ways are dependent on how you want to interact. A wide area network, or WAN, is how the packets of information are interconnected and moved over a large geographic area. A local area network, or LAN, is a network that interconnects within a limited area. A personal area network, or PAN, is a network for connecting around your own individual space. To highlight these three things, I will use the example of a large stadium. Of course, you have to imagine this post-COVID, but here we go. Imagine you're at the far end of a long row of seats, and the hot dog vendor comes down the stairs. You call out you want a hot dog. He tells you how much, and you give your money to the person beside you, and they pass it to the person beside them, and so on, until your money reaches the hot dog salesman at the other end. He in turn gives the hot dog to the closest person to him, and they pass it to their seat neighbor, and it comes back to you with the help of all those people between you and the hot dog vendor. This is a WAN. You've accomplished the exchange with the help of others, none of whom you know. Now imagine the same scenario, but your family has finally shown up and they take their seats in the row in front of you, where there are fewer people and they have direct access to the hot dog vendor. You hand them your money, they get up from their seat and move to the aisle to exchange the money for the hot dog and bring it back and hand it directly to you. This is a LAN. You've accomplished the exchange, but cut out the strangers and used a trusted person to complete your task. In the last scenario, you decide to get the hot dog yourself. You bypass all the other people and walk directly to him and exchange the money for the hot dog, perhaps even doubling up on pickles since you can load the hot dog more specifically as you are standing right there. This is a PAN. You now have an individual hot dog specifically for you and your wants. So now that I've made you all hungry, let's discuss this week's blog on our website. This week, our blog is around some basic privacy and what that means in your digital life. We all jump online to find information. It's rare to actually get through a meal without someone reaching for their phone to verify or look for a source to add into the conversation. Every time we do so, we log transactional bits and bytes that are now in a digital server about us somewhere out there on a large WAN. Imagine buying things, looking at them, then going to some storage locker somewhere and throwing them in and closing the door. Your purchases are still there, and they tell a story about who you are as a consumer. You may not see them around your home, but they're still attached to your name. Because of this, it's easy for both organizations or individuals to piece together our personal information that is left behind when we log into our digital life. This has enabled a vast number of third-party sources to create literal dossiers around our every keystroke. As we navigate consumer good websites, social media applications, or news organizations, we are leaving behind a digital trail that finds us again and again. Looking for that bathroom faucet? It shouldn't surprise you to see the hardware company in your next sidebar showing a wider range of them. If this is a trade-off that we want for ease of use, we should be clear about that. Today, there are some rules of the digital world that have been put in place. Some of them will be discussed next week. But for the most part, we are trading our anonymity for someone else's marketing opportunities, and I think it would be interesting to have larger conversations about how we, the consumer, would like that to look longer term. That's all for today. I look forward to having ongoing discussions with all of you, and thank you kindly for sharing your time here. In the show notes, you will find a link to the Women Asking Women forum where you can ask questions you have that connects about anything tech. This is a Spicy Pear Media production. We would be grateful if you subscribe to our podcast. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at TNTech and on our website at www.spicypearmedia.com. I'm looking forward to our next chat. And remember, technology is supposed to work for you, not the other way around.